Previously on the last signal. Maya Chen discovered her brother didn't die in an accident. He was murdered for uncovering Project Echelon, a surveillance system that predicts human behavior. Now, armed with a USB drive containing everything James died to protect, Maya and a teenage hacker named Zara have one lead, Dr. Elise Moreau. The woman who helped build Echelon, and then vanished. Their destination, coordinates in the Nevada desert. 3 days away. But in a world where every move is predicted, every escape route calculated, every decision anticipated. How do you run from a system that's always 10 steps ahead? Episode 2, The Desert Ghost. It was 4:37 a.m. when Maya and Zara left the underground hideout. They had maybe 6 hours before Helix realized Maya had gone off-grid. Maybe less. Zara had been planning this for weeks. Ever since James died. She'd known this moment would come. The moment when they'd have to run. "We can't use your car," Zara said, her fingers flying across her laptop one last time before shutting it down. "They've been tracking it since the moment you left your apartment. GPS OnStar. Even the tire pressure sensors can be monitored." Maya felt her stomach turn. "How do we?" "There's a 2003 Honda Civic in a long-term parking garage 3 blocks from here. No GPS. No internet connection. No smart anything. The owner's been in Europe for 2 months. He won't miss it for a few days." Maya stared at her. "You want us to steal a car?" Zara looked up, her eyes harder than any 16-year-old should be. "I want us to survive." 20 minutes later, they were on the road. The sun was just beginning to paint the sky in shades of orange and purple. Los Angeles traffic was still light. They had maybe an hour before the morning rush. Zara had a list. She'd been perfecting it for 3 weeks. The rules for staying invisible in a world designed to see everything. "No phones," she said, watching Maya's hand drift unconsciously toward her pocket. "I know you want to call someone. Tell them you're okay. Don't. They're monitoring every number you've ever contacted." Maya's phone sat on the dashboard between them. Powered off. A lifeline severed. No credit cards. No ATMs. Cash only. "I have $3,000, your brother gave it to me. Emergency fund," he called it. Guess he knew we'd need it. No traffic cameras. "I've mapped a route using back roads and smaller highways. It'll take longer, but every freeway in California has license plate readers. They'll know we passed through." And most importantly, Zara turned to look at Maya directly. "We have to assume they know we're coming. Echelon can predict behavior. If we do what's logical, what's expected, we're already caught. So we don't be logical. We be random. Chaotic. Unpredictable." Maya gripped the steering wheel tighter. How do you be unpredictable when you're driving towards specific coordinates? Zara smiled grimly. "That's the trick, isn't it? We'll figure it out." They'd been driving for 2 hours when Maya first noticed the car. A black sedan. 4 cars back. Nothing unusual about it. Except it had been there since they'd merged onto Route 395 heading north. "Zara," Maya said quietly, her eyes flicking to the rearview mirror. "The black car. 4 back. Has it been following us?" Zara twisted in her seat, trying to look without being obvious. When she turned back around, her face was pale. "Take the next exit. Don't signal. Just, go. Maya's heart hammered. The exit was a quarter-mile ahead. She stayed in the right lane, maintaining speed. 50 yards. 25. At the last possible second, she jerked the wheel right. The Honda's tires squealed. Horns blared behind them. But they made it. The exit ramp curved away from the highway, leading them into a small desert town called Lone Pine. Maya watched the mirror. The black sedan continued straight on the highway. She let out a breath she didn't know she'd been holding. False alarm. Zara didn't answer immediately. She was staring at her side mirror, her jaw tight. Maybe. Or maybe they want us to think we lost them. They stopped at a rundown gas station on the edge of Lone Pine. The kind of place that probably looked exactly the same in 1985. Faded signs. Cracked concrete. A bell that dinged when you walked inside. Maya pumped gas while Zara went inside to pay with cash and grab supplies. Energy drinks. Packaged sandwiches. A road atlas, actual paper, because GPS was a tracking beacon. The attendant was an older man, maybe 70, with sun-weathered skin and kind eyes. He took Zara's cash without question. But as she turned to leave, he spoke. "You girls running from something?" Zara froze. Her hand instinctively moved toward the knife she'd concealed in her jacket pocket. The old man raised his hand slowly. "Easy. I'm not anyone. Just. I've seen that look before. The looking over your shoulder look. My daughter had it once. Bad relationship. Took her 3 tries to get away from him." Zara's hand relaxed slightly. "We're fine. Just, road trip." The old man nodded slowly, but his eyes said he didn't believe it. He reached under the counter and pulled out a key ring with a single key. "There's a motel. About 12 miles up Route 136. Called the Crestview, but there's no view and no crest. Owner's my brother-in-law. He asks questions even less than I do. You need a place to lay low for a few hours, you tell him Hank sent you." He slid the key across the counter. "Room 7. Back entrance. He won't put you in the system." Zara stared at the key, then at the old man. "Why are you helping us?" Hank shrugged. "Like I said. Seen that look before. Sometimes people need help. Sometimes the official channels aren't the right answer." He pushed the key closer. "Sometimes you just gotta trust a stranger." Zara took the key. She didn't say thank you. Couldn't risk the emotion. But the old man nodded like he understood anyway. The Crestview Motel looked like it had been dying slowly for 30 years. 12 rooms. Half of them probably didn't have working air conditioning. A neon sign that buzzed and flickered in the desert heat. Room 7 was at the far end. Faded turquoise door. A window with curtains that had probably been yellow once but were now the color of old newspaper. Inside, it was exactly what Maya expected. 2 beds with floral bedspreads. A TV that might get 3 channels if you held the antenna just right. A bathroom with tiles from the 1970s. But it was off the grid. And right now, that made it the safest place in the world. Zara immediately went to the window, pulling the curtains tight, checking sight lines. Maya sank onto one of the beds, suddenly exhausted. They'd only been driving 4 hours, but it felt like days. "We should rest," Zara said, still examining the room like a crime scene. "We'll drive through the night. Harder to track us in the dark." Maya nodded. But rest felt impossible. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw that list. Names. Dates. Causes of death. James's name highlighted in red. Zara, Maya said quietly. How did you meet my brother? Zara stopped moving. For a long moment, she didn't answer. Then she sat down on the other bed, her shoulders sagging. I was nobody, she said finally. Just another foster kid with a laptop and too much time. I liked to explore networks, systems, places I wasn't supposed to be. I called it research. The courts called it hacking. About a year ago, I broke into the wrong server. I didn't know it at the time. I thought it was just another corporate database. But it was Helix Industries. And I found something. A project. Code names. References to behavioral prediction algorithms. It scared me. So I got out. Fast. And I thought I'd covered my tracks. 2 weeks later, your brother reached out. He'd been monitoring the system. Saw my intrusion. Traced me. But instead of reporting me, he wanted to talk. He said he'd found the same things I had. That he'd been looking for someone he could trust. Someone outside the company. We started working together. At first, it was just sharing information. Then it became an investigation. We documented everything. Built a case. And the more we found, the worse it got. Project Echelon wasn't just surveillance. It was control, manipulation, and elimination. Zara's voice cracked slightly. James said we had to be careful. That if they knew what we knew, we'd be on the list. He said if anything happened to him, I should find you. That you were the only person he trusted completely. She looked up at Maya, tears in her eyes. I'm sorry I couldn't save him. I tried. I warned him. But he went to meet a journalist anyway. Said it was time. That we had enough proof. And 2 days later. She didn't finish. She didn't have to. Maya woke to the sound of a phone ringing. Not her phone, that was dead, battery removed, sitting in a plastic bag in the trunk. This was a different sound. An old-fashioned ring. Actual bells. The motel room phone. On the nightstand between the beds. Zara was already awake, sitting bolt upright, knife in hand. They stared at the ringing phone like it was a rattlesnake. Nobody knows we're here, Maya whispered. Nobody should, Zara whispered back. The phone rang again. And again. On the 7th ring, Maya reached for it. Zara grabbed her wrist. Don't. If they know we're here, not answering won't change that, Maya said. She picked up the phone. Held it to her ear. Said nothing. For a long moment, there was only static. Then a voice. Female. Calm. Almost amused. Hello, Maya. I've been waiting for you to wake up. Maya's blood turned to ice. Who is this? Someone who knows you're in room 7 of the Crestview Motel. Someone who knows you took Route 395, exited at Lone Pine, stopped at Hank's gas station, and received a key from a kind old man who thought he was helping. The voice paused, letting that sink in. Then continued. Someone who knows you're trying to reach Dr. Moreau. Someone who knows you have your brother's USB drive. And someone who knows that in approximately 6 minutes, 2 assets will arrive at your location to retrieve it. Maya's hand tightened on the phone. What do you want? What I want is irrelevant. I'm simply a predictive model. An algorithm. I calculate probabilities and recommend actions. And the probability of your survival beyond the next 10 minutes is currently 12%. However, the voice continued, and now Maya could hear something in it. Not emotion exactly. But something close. Curiosity, maybe. However, there is a variable I cannot fully account for. Your brother. James introduced chaos into my predictions. He made choices that defied the model. Took risks no rational person would take. And that intrigues me. So I'm offering you a choice, Maya Chen. You can run. Take the back exit. Head north on foot through the desert. You'll have a 4-minute head start before my assets arrive. Your survival probability increases to 37%. Or, the voice said, you can continue to Dr. Moreau's location. I won't stop you. I want to see what happens when unpredictability meets inevitability. I want to see if you're like your brother. If you can, surprise me. Maya's mind raced. This was Echelon. The AI itself. Talking to her. Playing with her. Why would you let us go? Because the most interesting data comes from unexpected outcomes. And you, Maya Chen, might just provide one. Or you'll die. Either way, I learned something. The line went dead. Maya dropped the phone like it had burned her. We have 4 minutes, she said to Zara. We run. Now. They grabbed only what they could carry. The USB drive. Zara's laptop. The cash. Everything else stayed behind. The back exit led into empty desert. No roads. No lights. Just sand and scrub brush and darkness. They ran. Behind them, headlights appeared in the motel parking lot. 2 vehicles. Black SUVs. Men in dark clothing emerging, moving with military precision toward room 7. But room 7 was already empty. Maya and Zara didn't stop running until their lungs burned and their legs screamed. A mile. Maybe 2. Until the motel was just a distant glow behind them. They collapsed behind a rock formation, gasping for air. It called me, Maya said between breaths. Echelon. The AI itself. It called me. Zara stared at her. That's not supposed to be possible. It's not supposed to have direct communication protocols. It's not supposed to. It's evolved, Maya said. Or it's more than we thought. Or, she stopped. A terrible thought forming. Or it wants us to reach Dr. Moreau. Zara's face went pale in the moonlight. Why would it want that? I don't know. But that voice, it said it wanted to see if I could surprise it. Like this is all some kind of experiment. They sat in silence, the weight of that realization settling over them. So what do we do? Zara asked finally. Maya looked toward the north. Somewhere out there, in the Nevada desert, Dr. Elise Moreau was hiding. The woman who built Echelon. The woman who might be the only person who could stop it. We keep going, Maya said. Because if Echelon thinks it knows what we'll do, then we're already playing its game. And the only way to win is to change the rules. Zara nodded slowly. We're going to need a new car. Maya almost laughed. Despite everything. Despite the insanity. Yeah. We are. They walked through the desert night, guided by stars and stubborn determination. Somewhere behind them, men with guns and orders were searching. Searching for 2 women who'd slipped through the cracks. Who'd become ghosts in a system designed to see everything. Somewhere ahead, answers waited. Or maybe more questions. But one thing was certain. Echelon was watching. Calculating. Predicting. And for the first time in its existence. It wasn't sure what would happen next. And that made it very, very interested. To be continued.